Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Sister Show. I am your host, Deborah Mills, coming to you not live, but coming to you recorded from my bedroom here on Earth. And I'm here to talk to you about a specific topic. This is something that isn't new, but I feel like this is a question we need to ask, it's something we need to get to the bottom of. So here I am asking it. And the question is, why are fat people always whining? Being a plus size person myself, I obviously, if I offend anyone, I'm offending myself. But I think that's the question that would really resonate with people. Because trying to get them to see the value in plus size people is like you're talking to a wall. So I feel like the question we should ask is, why do fat people always whine? I mean, let's call it as it is. We say plus size, it is more polite, obviously, because calling someone skinny and calling someone fat is actually quite rude. But obviously, it's a term that's been used quite a lot. So I feel like I might as well just use the word. I mean, if I'm offending anyone, I'm offending myself. So the question is, why are fat people always whiny? And people tend to complain that fat people are always whiny when it comes to topics of modeling and body positivity, body inclusivity. But I think that when people complain about all these things, when they say, yeah, fat people just want to feel included, there's a reason for that, you know? There's a reason for that. Do you know what the reason is? Well, it's not a simple statement, it's an explanation. That's what we'll do here. When it comes to the topic of modeling, we want to see ourselves represented in the media. They tend to make it seem like it's only Victoria's Secret plus size. No plus. They don't even go together. See, Victoria's Secret model-looking females are the ones that are considered beautiful. But then beauty does come in all shapes and sizes, because no matter how hard I try, I can't, no matter if I go to the gym and I sweat like a donkey every single day for, let's just say, 28 days, no rest days, just sweating, and I lose weight. I've got hips, I've got curves. I'm not gonna look like that. So you do need to, the media, all these brands, they do need to represent plus size people in their clothing. And a lot, now I guess they're more, they're sort of getting with the program. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but sometimes it feels like, plus size sizes are an afterthought. Like, it's kind of like they want to stop at size 16, but fat people want to feel included, so let's include a size 18. That's too much, that's too small, so let's include a size 20. Like, I feel like if these brands genuinely want to make their audience feel included, or they want to expand their reach as well, it's a bit more than just including a size 18. It's like showing plus size comes fat people. We come in a variation, a range of sizes, and people make it seem like, well, you shouldn't be fat anyway, you should just lose weight. We'll get to that. But the point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to modeling, the job of a model is to model clothing, to model how this looks on a person rather than it being laid flat on the floor. Now, when you show it how it looks, let's say on a mannequin, I don't know if this is correct. I saw this online somewhere that models are thin the way they are because they resemble mannequins. So it's just like the clothes aren't meant to you aren't meant to see the clothes how it looks on a human being, just on a person, on a body. So they look like mannequins, so choose them. I saw that online somewhere. I don't know how true that is, but the job of a model is to model clothing and show how this looks on a person. So when you decide to show that on a person and you advertise that to people, you're showing people, okay, this is how it's gonna look on you. But then when you've got Africans with our big hips and our big ass and our big breasts, when you look at these pictures and then you see, okay, this is how it looks on a person, and then you buy it for yourself and it looks nothing like it. Like, can't even show anyone because you feel like they'll laugh at you. Type nothing. When you buy these clothes and it looks nothing like you, it takes a toll on your confidence because it's something that is seen everywhere. So rather than these retailers to make it seem, rather than them being inclusive and showing us, okay, especially since they've seen the effect it has had. I understand maybe if, let's say this is true, the original intention was just to show how it looks like on a person. But now that you've seen how it's taken a toll on people's self-esteem, It may not necessarily just be fat people or plus size people. It's just people who are just a little bit chubbier than the mannequin model, the Victoria's Secret models. Once you've seen how it has taken a toll on their self-esteem, on their confidence, their self-worth, if you genuinely care about your customers, there should be something that you should be willing to change. It's taken a long time. I mean, we're taking steps in the right direction. I got this from Boohoo, but you know, yeah. So, but sometimes it feels like we're just an afterthought. I kind of lost my train of thought there because my paper dropped out of my hand. I just lost my train of thought there. But let me just double back again. I probably want to watch this video back. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's where I was at. But I'll just still go on because I feel like I'm still getting my point across. So the point of a model is to model the clothing, but when people are buying it and they don't look nothing like it, they start to feel like, oh, I don't look like that. Maybe there's something wrong with me. But no, there's nothing wrong with you. The person just wasn't as, I would say, as honest as it should have been when it comes to advertising clothes. Because when you advertise clothes, like I said, I have hips. I can't look like a Victoria's Secret model no matter how much I try because I have hips. You know, you need to show it. You need to show the clothes for men and women, but I'm a woman, so you should show the clothes on a variation of women. There's different shapes, different sizes, and different tones of skin as well. If you genuinely care about it, about us, your customers, and you actually want us to buy your clothes and feel like, oh yeah, we make us feel valued by you, then the whole point of plus size modeling is for people to see how it looks like on an actual plus size person and to have an actual plus size person model the clothes. Not that you have a skinny person model a size 12 and then make the sizes up to size 24, because still it's not as honest, because it will look different when we wear it. Like when it comes to short, let's say a mini skirt or a mini dress, something like that. For me, because I've got hips, once if I wear a mini dress, once I start walking, it starts to roll up. So I don't know if that's the same thing for everyone. But back to the question, because I feel like I'm waffling a little bit. Back to the question of why are fat people always whining? The real reason is like, you need to show us how we look in our clothes. If you say you genuinely care about us, like we're not whining because we just want to feel included or we just want a participation trophy. We actually want to see how we look like in these clothings. We don't want to be seen. We don't want to feel like we're an afterthought. Like, oh, this is a size 12 model. But yeah, there's a size 24, 26 there. Yeah, you can go figure that out. No. We want to see how I look with the curves and the and the bulge. We need to see how that looks. But I feel like there's a hesitation. I don't feel like this video is going to be the end of it. I feel like this is a conversation that still needs to be had, but it started. So I feel like, crap, I lost my train of thought again. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, because I saw this video online one time about this guy that was whining about not wanting to see fat people on a swimsuit or whatever, on some magazine cover. I don't know what cover it was, but he was whining about it. And I think that's what prompted me to write this down. I think I should have written more notes at the time, but still, like I said, this is not an exhaustive video. He was whining that he doesn't want to see that. It's like he thinks that fat people are just whining because they want to feel included. We just want a participation trophy, and that's not the case. No, we're saying we like this top. I want to buy this top. How does it look on me? When you show that the skinny person and you expect me to look like that, it's unrealistic. When I buy that, especially when it's not just one time, obviously it's not one top. You're buying clothes every month at least a top. You're buying something different constantly. You need to see how you look at it, because when you keep buying things visually based off of a dream, the skinny people, and and you buy it for yourself and you feel like, okay, it doesn't fit right, maybe it fits like this or it doesn't fit like that, it starts to feel like maybe there's something wrong with you. But then people tend to think, okay, the solution is just for you to lose weight. Of course that is a solution, but like I said, if let's say, okay, I didn't say this before, but if let's say we wanted to, let's say we plus size people, we decided to lose weight. We decided we're gonna trim down, we're gonna, work on ourselves and everything, and serious, we're gonna do this. And I start to sweat every day for the next month. After the first day is not like I'm going to deflate overnight. After the first week, obviously I'll be slimmer, but I won't be thin. Obviously, after the first 3 weeks. I don't know how, it depends on how big they are, I guess. But the point I'm trying to make is no matter how much they sweat on the first day, it's not like they're going to deflate overnight. They still need to dress for themselves or dress for their body. But also, no matter all the health reasons that these hypocrites like to try to use as a disguise to insult us, you know, if someone decides they don't want to lose weight, you don't have a right to say, well, okay, well, you don't have a right to good clothes. You don't deserve to look good. You don't deserve to feel good. When you say things like that, you're being a big hypocrite, because you can't say you should be physically healthy at the expense of your mental health. Because where has shame, fear, guilt ever helped someone produce positive results in their life, long term at least, you know? But yeah, so if they say they did want to lose weight and they were actually serious about it, they can't, if they go to the gym, they're not just going to deflate. It's going to be a process, you know, but they shouldn't hate themselves on the way down, because sadly, this is sad. If you hate yourself on the way down and you start criticizing every flab, every cellulite, you start criticizing yourself, you keep building that momentum every single day as you look in the mirror. This is sad, but I'm assuming this is how anorexia starts. They're skin and bones, and they still feel they need to lose weight. Like it's obviously gotten to a point of self-harm, but they still feel they need to lose weight. So all these hypocrites that try to make it seem like because you're plus size, you have no right to feel good about yourself. You have no right to feel you don't have a right to feel confident. You're shit. You're fat shit. You should stay to the side. Those people are hypocrites, even if they're around you, your parents, the people who are supposed to love you. No, because your physical health shouldn't come at the expense of your mental health. Where has that ever helped someone produce positive results? If they genuinely say they love you, then all their efforts in saying, I'm trying to help you, should come from a place of love. Fat shaming someone doesn't come from a place of love. And for the hypocrites out there, of course, the whiny people, they're insecure themselves if they can't see how what they're saying is rude or ignorant, you know. You know, the whole point of why we plus size people keep whining. We're not saying we don't want a participation trophy. We're not saying we just want to feel included. I mean, that is what we're saying, but we're not just saying that for the sake of saying that. We have a reason. We're trying to say that we buy clothes too. We should be seen in those clothes. I don't want to have to return a pair of jeans 3 times before I find my size. I want to see someone like me in the clothes so that I can know exactly how it might look on me. Maybe she might have hips and I do. Maybe she might not have hips. Maybe she might have, you know, a bigger bust. It could be anything, but we need to see that representation, and that's the whole point of the body positivity. I mean, not the whole point, part of the point. That's one of it. We need to see ourselves represented, because we don't look at Victoria's Secret models. That's unrealistic. It's unrealistic, full stop. And self-hate for anyone, first of all, is no one has a right to tell you have to hate yourself because you're fat or because you're this or because you're that. So it's kind of like, you don't have the right to tell me that I'm not beautiful. It's not up to you. So it's about reflection in the clothing and in the industry, the beauty industry as well, clothing, fashion, all of that. And also not hating myself, because who says I have to hate myself? You might say health reasons to be a hypocrite, but where is the law? Where is the rule that says I have to hate myself? So I said a lot here, 13 minutes so far. Hopefully it's made sense to those who are trying to understand. Maybe it might make sense to those who still choose to be ignorant. It won't make sense for them. But I'm not particularly trying to, you know, fight them or anything. I'm just, you know, shedding light. Maybe this video could be shown to someone. It could be shown to someone's parent or auntie, and they might be enlightened, hopefully. But at the same time, maybe this might help someone who is maybe in an environment where they're trying to defend their case of why, you know, plus size people should be fully included and we should be respected just like skinny people. But yeah, so that's the point I have to make. We're not whining for nothing. We have a point. You don't have a right to tell us to hate ourselves. And if you do and you feel justified because you're skinny, then you're a hypocrite. Because if what you're saying is coming from a place of love, then your advocacy for my physical health shouldn't be at the expense of my mental health, using the disguise of I'm trying to help you. You're a hypocrite. You're a capital hypocrite for the people who do that. So, but to those who do hate that, who have been, you know, told that, you know, there's something wrong with them, they need to change. I feel like this is something that, you know, you do hear very often. I don't know how far these words will take you, but there is nothing wrong with you. there is nothing wrong with you. They see your potential, they see your light. They don't want you to stand out, because in reality, they're the insecure ones. If they were in your shoes, they wouldn't know how to handle themselves. They wouldn't know how to be confident. They wouldn't know. So when they see you confident, it reflects something back to them that they can't relate to. So they're like, why is she confident? Because it makes them uncomfortable. Like, why are you confident with yourself? You're not supposed to be confident, because I'm not confident. So if you're not confident, no one's made you feel insecure, I'm gonna make you feel insecure. So you're this, you're fat, you're this, whatever the creative words. I think there's enough creative words out there, so I don't need to add them to the video. But they are the real hypocrites. They are the real insecure ones, because they can't stand you being confident with yourself. If they were in your shoes, they would not know how to act. They wouldn't know how to handle themselves. They wouldn't know how to be confident. So when you are confident, it triggers them. But like I said, I know this is something that is said very often out there, but for what it's worth, it really is a reflection of them and not of you. They don't, like I said, can't stand your light, and they hate the fact that you have potential in you, you have greatness in you despite being fat. So they want you to be so consumed with the idea of scrutinizing the enemy, the devil wants you to be, who uses these people, wants you to be so consumed with the idea of criticizing every part of yourself. That criticism constantly building momentum day after day, year after year, so that you don't look forward. Because if you're looking forward, head straight on your goal in life, and obviously when someone tells you, look, you're too fat, then you start to look down at yourself. And then when you hear that very often, your focus is now here. Your focus is not forward. Whether it's on your body or your mental faculty or something, they just want to stop you from moving forward, because they see the potential in you and they don't want you to achieve that. They don't want you to get to an actual state of greatness. So they want you to remove your focus from the front and focus on yourself, so that you hate yourself and you're consumed with yourself, so that they can move forward past you, because they're intimidated by you, as I said. So for what it's worth, this video is not exhaustive. Yeah. I might have this conversation again, maybe with someone else. We could talk about it together. So that's all I have to say. Love yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. God didn't make a mistake. I know what people were trying to say, but if you're surrounded by people who keep saying negative things to you, get yourself away from them. They don't deserve you. Even if they're family, fuck them. Like Dave Chappelle, because fuck them, that's why. But yeah, I'm your host, Deborah Mills of the Sister Show, signing out. Bye.